MH is here. Thanks for stopping by. Check out his channel, everybody.
Hello fellas. Yeah, can you hear me okay? Microphone okay? Sorry to just interject, I just want to check my technology before I chip in further. Excellent, excellent. Some people say you get what you pay for, and I say sometimes you get a bit more than you pay for. Yes, yes. Correct. Yep. Yep. That's correct, and that's also where the salute comes from. It's where the knights would go to lift their visor, and that's where the salute comes from. Correct, and you're also removing your protection as well. Yeah, they're Glock 9mm. Oh dear. So before we go any further, gentlemen, I interjected rather rudely because I wasn't actually invited to speak, so I could check my mic. But and but the crux of my actual message at the moment is I ought to greet Mgtow Values. Obviously it's your channel. Whoever came next, let's say Free Happy Bob. Bonjour monsieur mon frère, comment allez-vous? And also très bon, mais oui, yeah, great, and all that. Savage, Monsieur Savage? Savage? Hello, Savage. Hello there, man. How's it going? Well, this week it's been rather tumultuous on the internet, as you've probably gathered, and I drank some alcohol and spoke my mind, which was kind of interesting. Oh, okay, that's cool. And I think I said to I sent a message to Whiskey Stills and Tumbleweeds. I said, if you think I'm damaging myself, Mgtow, or anyone, or if I'm making things look ridiculous or imploding Mgtow, please correct me. He says, no, everything's fine. He says, but I'm not into leading the monks really, man, you know. But apart from that, everything's cool. And it's like, yeah, that's okay then. So everybody's happy. All's well that ends well. Well, it's probably. Uh-huh. Oh yes. Yes, I've actually had very good reactions from it. I've had personal mail from people saying, well, thank goodness for that. I've been thinking this myself, but I didn't know how to say it, or I didn't want to say it, I was too scared to say it, etc, etc. And no one's really had a bad word to say about it, to be quite honest, so that's okay with me. Oh well, it's always there. It's always there on catch-up mode if you want to catch it again another time. I think. Well, basically, I just said my opinions on a few things on a few people. Considering it was finger pointing time and opinion pointing time, opinion pointing and finger pointing, I just pointed my fingers and pointed my opinions for what they're worth, you know. And but I think everyone accepted it in the spirit of which it's intended. There was no harm intended to be done to anyone. It's just, you know, that's the way it is. Yep. Quite right. Yeah. And in all fairness, Bob did come up with an epic kind of, not response, but an epic kind of addition by showing how he collects counts, and he does that. He's frugal, he thinks ahead, and he utilises his logic and reason and business acumen to churn scrap metal into precious metal, and so on. And I can't commend the guy enough for it, because I've done it myself for years, for I don't know, 30 years. I don't do it now, but I've used it over the years. Yep. Thank you, Bob. Exactly the same here. I've done all dumpster diving, not for food, like, but I've dumpster dived for anything that's worth, you know, metals, any substance that's worth money, and or has a usage. People laugh at you. I've seen people laughing as I'm walking off, filling a van, or you know, with old imperial-sized clay bricks. So people go, "Look at that! Look at him, the idiot!" But no, they're worth £1 each, man. You get 1,000 of those. You know what I mean? You built yourself a nice pair of piers for some gates, some fancy gates, and it hasn't cost you a penny. Yep. Yep. And not only that, you'll find often that some of these things that have been manufactured in times gone by are far superior quality to modern things anyway. It's just that they're not fashionable, or they can't be bothered finding out what the fault is, because they have got no mechanical knowledge or whatever it is, and they just dispose of it and buy a new one. And the new thing they're buying is even worse than the one they've thrown away, and they'll just continue throwing them away for the rest of their lives. Yep. Yep, yep. Yes, yes, they don't understand what it's like to actually be outside under the elements with no heating, no shelter, inadequate clothing, no food, no likelihood of food, no likelihood of money. And unless you want to lower yourself to become a petty criminal, or even worse, a violent criminal, you've got to use your initiative. You know, I was lucky enough to get charity from a few good people. I didn't ask for it, I didn't want it. And some people, they forced it on me. Strangers forced money on me. Cigarettes, give me a lift in the car. Some people even let me into their homes. That's for real. It's amazing. There's some incredible people out there on planet Earth. Yes, I hope so. And what I've been doing is, I don't know if anybody was listening or if they heard, I might not even mentioned it, but I've actually been a bit sneaky this past few weeks. What I've been doing is, I went undercover into a homeless drop-in centre as a homeless guy. I grew a big beard, wore some really scruffy, horrible clothes, went in there a bit smelly, a bit dirty, and just to see what was happening. And I'll tell you something, they treated me like a human being. They treat everyone there like a human being. They got showering facilities, they make a cup of tea and coffee for people, they have toast, they have food for dinner, and so on. And then after about a week and a half of doing this, I said, no, I'm alright, thank you, I don't want anything to eat, thank you. I'll have a cup of tea. Well, I speak to the people there, to the lads there, and all the people who own the place, and they're Christians. And so what I did was, after week 3, I called this chap to one side and said, excuse me, I'd just like to tell you something. I said, well, I'm actually a multifaceted character. He says, oh, well, aren't we all? And I said, and things are not actually as they appear with me. He says, well, they're not with many people, are they? I said, well, no, I'm not actually down and out. I actually own property and all kinds of stuff. So because you've been so kind to me and I think you're so generous, I'm actually going to make you a donation. Yep. Yep. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Sensitive. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. Yep. Yep. Yeah, quite right. I think the more people who do that, the better. And I think it wasn't disingenuous of me to pretend I was homeless, but I didn't actually say I was homeless. I just went in there and let them assume that I was homeless, and it was quite cool. Yeah, but the irony is, I actually know a few of the people there anyway. There was one chap there, I was actually in school with him in the 70s, and so as soon as I went there, they saw him communicating with me and how we got on with each other. Obviously, we've known each other from when we were children, and so they thought that I think that made them feel even more comfortable about me. You see, because yeah. So we were having a good old chat and everything. And so they thought, oh, well, he seems quite friendly, and they could see how these people respected me, because like I say, I know half of them anyway. So, which is a bit ironic, really. It certainly does. It certainly does. I can see the lads in the chat room there saying, you know, they seem quite interested in this. And Red Shift, hello there. Mgtow Warrior, We have Bob, obviously. Bob's here. Well, yeah. He claims to be here. Are you here, Bob? Good. That's good. I was saying on my last. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Values. Go on. Okay. Well, I've actually got something quite dark. Yeah. Of course they are. Yeah. 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 It's a disgrace. It's the same in Britain as well, Savage. It's terrible. Yeah. And now you think now, if yeah. Well. Listen, Savage, I've got something to tell you, mate. I was going to say, but unfortunately, you have made me say it now. I was waiting for you to finish. Unfortunately, there have been allegations that homeless people are disappearing, mate. And they think there's some black ops going on with, like, some kind of grey van going around. Stick them in the back, gas them, get rid of them. Seriously, I'm not joking. There's apparently genocide squads going around. Yeah, there's homeless people. And all of a sudden, where have they gone? And people are saying, where have they gone? Shoppers, local people in the community, because they're friends with these people, they're characters. They're disappearing and no one sees them ever again. So that's for real, Savage, you are right, man. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's funny, I was speaking to one fella. He said he's been sleeping on a bench, and he's got a sleeping bag and everything. I made sure he's got enough to keep warm and everything. And he said he slept on a bench one night, and he took his cap off, you know, your baseball cap or whatever. He just took his cap off to go to sleep. He woke up in the morning, and there was $25 in his hat. So how cool is that? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah. 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 Yep. 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 Yeah. Hey, Savage, I'm not joking, mate, yeah? That you could create Savage security systems for real. I'm not joking. You would actually make a business out of that for real. Just do it, man. Yep, we've got them. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep, you can't beat work in the field. Experience in the field is an indisputable fact. You can theorise in an office using statistics that have been given to you by God knows who. Doesn't mean a thing. You have to get real experience in the field. You can't beat it. Yep. Well, I think what it I think what it is though, sorry to interrupt you there, it should be obviously Savage Security Systems, and then you sell the franchise for Savage Security Systems. It's global. Savage Security is global now, brother. Yep. Yep, I'll have the franchise for Britain, please, thanks. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep. How about Chris Cantu? How about Chris Cantu? That was a joke. I was okay, I'm sorry. It was humour. It was fun. It's fun. It's humour. But it's serious. It's fun, humour, serious, fun. Fun. Yep. Yep. So not only do you have to read the small print though, you have to actually write it yourself. Yeah, that's right. Reading glasses not provided. Yep. Yeah.
Singing to the sea.
Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, I can believe that because I've actually got experience with this kind of thing for real in Britain, and I know some of the underhand things that really do go on, you know, with diplomats and so on, and they're really the ones to watch out for. They are like the ultimate spies, diplomats, and they seem to get away with an awful lot. And their phones are all tapped and bugged, and their offices and their cars are tracked. Everything, every single thing you can think of happens. Yeah, yeah. Well, you see, because the Crown runs basically every Commonwealth nation, well, we know that, don't we? And that including America. We've got a nice little cosy deal with them, which is the British security services are not allowed to spy on British people. So the Americans do it for us. And the Americans aren't allowed to spy on the American people, so we do it for you, and then we just swap information. Job done, no problem. It's really quite sad. Yep. Yep.
The end
Yep.
of the universe.
Yep. That's right. And the thing is, though, if you look at prison industry, though, what they're actually manufacturing and so on, and you take away the cost that it costs to house them and feed them and to have the guards and the heating, you know, and all the sundries, etc., it's not actually profitable. All it is just a third-party corporation. There's a lot of private prisons in Britain now, and so they've got like, well, it's a sneaky little deal, isn't it? It's a sneaky deal, isn't it? Where they're not necessarily making. There you go. There you go. 80,000. How on earth can they justify that? It's impossible. It does not cost $80,000 to keep one man. 3 meals a day and some heating. It doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't. But of course it does.
Purchase
yeah,
your
but
tracks today.
well, and it's not just that. I think they're buying hammers for $200. You know, and all that. We've discussed that before. There's a lot of that going on. And so it's basically, we had it in this country where we were a socialist country, and it actually did work reasonably well. I think all that was is because after we had 2 world wars, we had a lot of injured soldiers. And if you haven't got workers that can work, you've got no tax collection ability, so therefore your country goes down. So they started up the National Health Service, and they don't give a damn about the people. It's just because if people are sick and they're not productive, you can't tax them. So that's why they had the free healthcare. Well, it's not even free, we have to pay for it. So the idea is, everybody's fit and healthy, you've got no reason to not work, so get working. That's all it was. Now there's too many people, so they want to get rid of them. Yep. Well, I've heard about some of these immunisations they're giving now. There's one that really concerned me very greatly, actually, which was that they're making some immunisation vaccine or whatever they want to call it. I don't like any of those words because I don't think they're true. They're actually growing things and mutilating things from actual cancer growths, and injecting them into people. You know, directly injecting things from cancer into people. Yep. Of course we are. And some of them actually...
True hippie.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. 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 I think Josef Mengele was actually quite a saint, considering, you know, compared to what we got going on now. You know where you heard it first.
True hippie.
It's true. But you know, I have to say, in all fairness to the Nazis, they didn't actually do anything illegal, because Hitler obviously changed the law, because legal law is absolutely disgusting, and that none of the Jews actually were forced to go there at all. They all signed the document and went there by consent. Sorry about that. Oh, look at this. Look at the ghetto. Look at this ghetto. There's no work. It's horrible. It's making you ill. Why don't you come to concentrationslager? There's plenty of work. Sign here. Oh yeah, there's plenty of work. There's Ja, 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 ja. Ja, ja, kann ich einen, Concentrationslager bitte? I don't think you want that. No, no, no. Please can I have a concentration work camp? No. No. Nein. Pardon? I beg your pardon, sir? Oh, thank you. It's good to be back. Thank you very much. Yes, danke, dankeschön, vielen Dank.
True hippie.
Yeah, that's what it is. So beware of contracts, everybody. Seriously, because Hitler did actually obey the law, legal law. He wasn't stupid. And so beware of contracts. Don't sign any contracts. Yeah. So don't sign any contracts. And if you have to sign something, seriously, this is my advice to you. You know when people say they've signed something under duress? Well, actually sign it under duress. If they make you sign something, write under duress. Actually write those words in the box where they want you to sign. Under duress. It's fucking void. Sorry for swearing. It's best just to write under duress in block capitals. End the story. Yep. 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 That's right. And the thing is, as I am a student of law, I'm not actually practicing or anything like that, so I'm not offering legal advice. You have to say these things, otherwise you get prosecuted. Is that, do you know what? I'm so busy trying to sort of come up. What's that? Sorry, man. Hey, Chris, man. How you doing, brother? Yeah, welcome, Chris Cantu. Hello, Mgtow. Hello, man. Hello, Chris Cantu. Keep up the good work, fight the power, red pill dispensing all day. I forgot what I was going to say. I was building up to a point there, but I was too busy elaborating with my disclaimer that I forgot the point to make. Oh well. Yes, oh, legally. What was I talking about legal? Oh yes, we all know, as a, I'm not offering legal advice or anything, but I am actually very learned in law, thank you very much. And a contract, we all know what a contract comprises of. Well, not everybody, but there must be an offer. First of all, there has to be an offer. There must be equal consideration. In other words, there must be value on both sides. And then there must be a wet signature as well. And so, a lot of these contracts are void. They just trick you and just claim there's a contract. And the best way around it is, say for example, you haven't paid your property tax in America or wherever you live, Britain or something like that. I've done this before because I'm actually just a pain in the backside to authorities because I just don't like them. Is that they knock on the door, I say, hello there, what do you want? We want such and such because there's been a thing for your tax. I say, okay then, can I see the contract you're relying on, please? Because I never signed a contract. Can I see the contract you're relying on, please? And show me the breach of the contract, and I will honour any obligations. And they stand there scratching their heads, and then they just go, bye-bye, close the gate on your way out. Thank you, thanks for calling. And where's the equal consideration? Sorry to cut across them values, but where's the equal consideration anyway? You know, they want my money in return for what? Emptying a trash can. That's not worth bloody $2,000 a year. Go away. Yeah, and what they'll do in Britain is they use the newspapers, as we know, and they'll put on the headlines an old lady being arrested, taken away in a nightdress for not paying the tax. You know what I'm saying? That's the level they stoop to in this country. They will actually arrest an old lady for not paying her property tax, and they will take her away in her nightdress, and they will have someone there from the paper taking a picture of it happening as well, to scare everybody, saying, if you think you can get away with it, look what we do to old ladies. Yep.
Purchase your tracks today.
Yep. Now, and neither should you, young people. Nobody should be allowed to take. Now, I've got the beauty again, you know, being a legal brain from hell, is that on my property deeds it says there that this property is free from all encumbrance and whatsoever, you know, etc, etc, etc. Nowhere on the deeds to my property did it say that I owe anyone anything for the privilege of owning my own land.
True hippie.
Yep, that's right. I do have it freehold actually, yeah, but it is freehold, yet they're trying to put an arbitrary tax, and that tax only came after World War II. And of course, as usual, oh, it's only a temporary tax, don't worry. Yeah, and that's how income tax was born after World War II. There was no income tax in Britain before World War II. There was no tax. It didn't exist.
Purchase your tracks today.
Yes, hello Bob. I think it's 20% at the moment. I'm not sure. I haven't actually checked recently, but because, you know, my accountant, oh dear me, he's just ever so forgetful. I don't know when the last time he put any books in, and if he did, they might be wrong. Who cares? I don't know. I forgot all about it, Bob. I'll tell you how much the tax return, the income. Okay. Yeah. Well, if you earn so much, it could be 50%, I think. It used to be at some time. And it's 20, 40, 50, whatever it was. It does get more nasty the more you earn, the more nasty it gets. So obviously what you do is, you form yourself a limited company, and you just create a load of losses. You can form a string of companies. So you can buy your food from French Bob's Food Factory, which is a business you've started, and that's got a van. And then an oak desk and a fluffy carpet and an office, and then they buy their food from French Bob's supermarket factory, and they've got a van and trucks and stuff and so on. To just form a whole string of corporations and just create a massive bureaucracy and just confuse the hell out of the enemy. You won't pay a penny tax anyway, and you just got a load of goods. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Of course it is. Well, I think what we need to do is go back to the old systems, the older the better way. You don't have a driver's license because people can't be licensed. Only things can be licensed, and only things can be taxed. People can't be taxed. That was the creation of the person, wasn't it? the legal fiction third party. It was the straw man. So before the straw man was created, the corporation made in your name, it wasn't possible to tax you because you're a man, and no man has got the right to take something from another man, because that's commonly known as theft. So it's not theft because there's a contract being formed with this arbitrary corporation which is in your name, which you've been tricked to think is actually you. So it's like, basically it's, well, come on now, that's deception. It's deception. It's actual, it's premeditated deception, which makes it all null and void. The whole system of every Commonwealth nation is based on fraudulence, and in law it is not possible to build something on nothing, which is the same in common sense logic and anything. You can't build something on nothing. End of story. The whole thing is null and void, and we can, all of us, we can just stop playing part in it any time we want, as long as we all say the same thing. This is all null and void. It's not possible to build something on nothing. Go away. Yeah. Yes. And as you may be able to tell, I've had a bit more alcohol tonight as well. I don't know what it is with me. I'm just drinking alcohol these days. Seriously, I don't know what's wrong with me. Actually, I've got some cider tonight. It's 5%, and it's actually alright. It's not bad at all. And so I'm having that. And also I had some Xanax tablet as well yesterday, I think. I slept like a baby. Tonight I've got some Valium. I'm going to have that. And I'm smoking a bit of weed, and I'm having some alcohol. So if I actually drop dead during the stream, just, you know, remember me nicely, and have a party on this day next year, and you know, like MH's memorial and all that. And then you can open another account, MH Memorial Fund, have a super chat, and have super chat funds, and then spend it on beer for yourselves or something like that. And yes, and I think I tell you what, benzodiazepines are one of the greatest things on earth apart from cannabis. I really believe that. Yeah. It's a musculoskeletal relaxant. When I have one of those, my arthritis goes, my muscle pains go, I feel good, and I can just ignore people who want to point fingers and call names at people. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it. It's an anti-name calling finger pointing device. Yep. They do. Yeah. Yeah, young people take drugs for fun, old people take drugs to get by. Yep. Well, last night was actually the first night I had about a 7-hour sleep continuously non-stop. Xanax, couple of beers, good night. Well, as it happens, I've actually got some amitriptyline as well, but I have to research that. I've got like 12 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got 14 amitriptyline, so they're supposed to be sleeping pills. If they got some freaky antidepressant shit or fluoride or anything like that, I'm not having them. But apparently they're good sleeping pills, so yeah, I might have 4 of them later. Correct. I haven't, no, I haven't. I read someone yesterday, maybe it was Handsome Mgtow, yes, because I was on about methylene-doxymethamphetamine, and then he come up, and he carried on talking. I thought Handsome's a good, quite an interesting character, and I said, I think it was Handsome, and so I said, I'll send you some private mail later, actually, because he seems like he's well into chemistry. He's quite an intelligent man. I like what the things he was saying. Yeah, so I'd speak to him personally, because he thinks big, this guy. He's talking about having Mgtow nations and stuff, and I've been on about that for ages. The Mgtow country, we're thinking big, man. Think big. Yep. Yep. What was that, mate? Kratom. Okay. Hey, Bullets is here. Bullets, man. I didn't even know you were here, Bullets. Hello, mate. Do you know what? Listen, man. I think I've been talking too much. Sorry, Bullets. Just blame my alcohol. Oh, no. I don't like opiates, really, man. I think I'm not a fan of opiates, really. They're okay. I mean, I have had opiates. I've had opiates for my pains and everything. That's fine. But once you start, you know, what you're saying is the natural mimicker of it is probably fine. Yeah, if it's naturally occurring. But the processed opiates and the synthetic, there's basically synthetic heroin, aren't there? I've had that for my pain. It's all right and everything. And I'm actually the kind of guy who's very, very lucky, is that opiates never get a grip of me, so I can take so many whatsoever for whatever and just completely stop and it won't bother me at all. But ganja, I love ganja. Yep. Yep. That's right. Yeah. 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 And I have actually got a suggestion. If anybody does actually want to use substances, and you know, if you want to abuse them and misuse them, that's up to you. I don't advise that. But what I do actually advise, if you are using substances, find ones which are reasonably okay and rotate them. Never stick on one substance for too long, and that's how I've lived so long. And that's my little tip. That's my tip for you, kids. Oh, caffeine sends me into bloody the Great Corn Julio. Do you remember Beavis, Butthead? Yeah, do you remember Beavis and Butthead from MTV? Those stupid, retarded American kids. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm the Great Corn Julio. I need TP for my bumhole.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah. Yeah, so if I have six coffees, I turn into the Great Corn Julio. It's not good. I don't like that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. No. Right. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Hey, that's funny, Savage. I've been on TV as well. Yeah, please do, man. Yeah. I was actually on TV as well, Savage, in the 90s. Go ahead, man. I said I was also on television in the 90s. Hello, can you hear me? No? Oh. I think it's because I opened the browser a minute ago. Is it any better now? Okay. Yeah, I was on TV as well, Savage, in the early 90s. But I obviously can't say what I did because I'd be identified. Yeah. 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 Oh, okay. Well, yeah. 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 Yep. true. Yeah. 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 Yep. 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 Well, I've actually got an interesting story related to that kind of thing, where I know a couple of guys, we've known each other for years, and we're kind of family members and whatever. And now I've been insulted by one of them, who's, well, I had an argument with one of them, sort of, because I love him, about Mgtow, about, come on now, your testosterone's low, You put on weight, your fat's become an organ in itself, secreting estrogen, your behaviour's wrong, you're gaslighting people, you got passive aggressive behaviour, yeah, you need to sort yourself out. Then I saw my other brother and said to him, listen, you're behaving like a woman, you ignore people's work, you pick on petty faults, you insult people, you mock people and you sneer at people, and I think you bang out of order. So anyway, I saw my my brother who's pulled himself together. He's won Slimmer of the Month or Slimmer of the Year or whatever it is. Good luck to the lad. And as soon as I saw him today, I actually went around to see him today, because I went on my homeless mission and all that business, starting the homeless shelter. Did a bit this and the other. Anyway, called to see my brother, my younger brother. And obviously I set him to such a point when he's ignored me for the past few months, and he's done all his slimming stuff, he's done all that. So I rang the bell, his woman answered, and that's just another story in itself, and we're not even going to go there right now. So I went upstairs, he answered the door, and the first thing I said to him is, I said, mate, you're back, well done. So he's a fit, healthy young man now. And so he has actually listened to my Mgtow message. He rejected it, etc, etc. But I kept sending him little videos on, you know, like Facebook thing, whatever you call Facebook. I kept sending him little Mgtow messages, little Mgtow values videos, and so on and so forth. And it hit home. But anyway, my other brother, he was like, I basically had a go at him, a real go at him, about not making anything of himself, how he's jealous of other people. You need to have a look at yourself. If you think that I don't notice your behaviour, you're very wrong. And I pulled up my whole list of crimes that goes back to, I don't know, 1972 or something. And I think it freaked him out so much, because he thinks you obviously don't miss a trick. But he said to me other brother, he hasn't said it to me, why don't we all get together and actually achieve something? Yeah, which is, I think, well, thank Christ someone's actually beginning to think logically, aren't they? And so, but what I said to my younger brother, who's actually sorted himself out physically and everything, and actually become a man, I sorted out some of his problems financially for him, set him up like that. Now I said to him this, I know exactly what's going to happen, and this is what all Mgtow men have got to be aware of, every single man out there, is that some people might recognise your ability, because that's what's happened. They've recognised my ability as being a money maker, as being a logical man, someone who understands systems and processes, and actually gets results. And so anyway, he said, so-and-so was saying we should all team together and do something worthwhile, etc, etc, etc. And I said, no, I'll tell you what this is. He basically wants me to come up with a great idea again, so that he can either ride my coattails or stand on my shoulders, and then to eventually just either get rid of us or like mock us and so on. It doesn't work like that, mate, I'm sorry, but it doesn't. And that is my attitude. People might have these concepts in their ideas, but while you're dealing with a dark triad personality, you know, some misanthropic altruist, and I'm not actually talking about MA, who's just been booted out for being an ultra simp. Yeah, don't you ever come back, you sad character. Yeah, is that a misanthropic altruist is someone who's just kind, so they can get a benefit later on because they want to manipulate it. So while you're dealing with a dark triad personality, which is a psychopath, a narcissist, and a Machiavellian, how far do you really think you're going to get with these people? So half the people out there you shouldn't have anything to do with, and it's every man for himself. And let's see who the winners and the losers are, because it shines to me already who's the loser and who the winners. Not that it's a game, but until people are actually going to humble themselves to admit the truth and to admit their wrongdoings and to actually accept their place, which is like Howard Dare uses the analogy of the pilot, doesn't he? Are you qualified to fly the plane? No, it's not your turn to fly the plane. You haven't got the license, you haven't done the hours, you haven't got a clue. But unfortunately, you'll go into business with people with these dark triad personalities, or these whatevers, or these like mummies boys, or these whoever's, and then as soon as you get something going, they'll try and up their status, won't they, by doing what? Trying to scupper you, call names behind your back, or do some horrible little trick. You think, I've just wasted my time again. And that's what I feel. So I think, yeah, you've come to this kind of thought now, what, 30 years later? You know what I mean? You've missed your boat, pal. I'm retired. And you want me to come up with some amazing idea and just give it to you so you can become a success. That's what you're faced with. People try and be your friends or try and cozy up to you. Even your own family members. I think, yeah, we can come up with a great business, but you really expect me to put my neck on the line for you people? I don't think so. Do you know what I mean? Unless they can prove to me. Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. 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 Of course it is. Of course. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is though, beware. Beware of this business, because if you allow the wrong people to stand on your shoulders, they'll shit on you. Because they're in the perfect place to shit on you. Because they're right on top of you and they'll shit on you. And then you'll think to yourself, oh great. Great, so I lifted you up for you, you can shit on me. Thanks a lot, pal. Yeah, so if anyone's been listening to my previous streams where I knocked reversible, and I did, you know, I've upset the guy. He's not streaming tonight. He didn't stream yesterday either. He's completely silent now because I basically spoke my mind. And if he thinks that I'm standing on his shoulders, shit. Well, you can hear it. Sorry? Oh, that's okay, that's cool, because I don't want to upset the guy. If he thinks that I'm standing on his shoulders, I've done a shit on him, that's wrong, and I would never do that, and I hope he hasn't got that opinion of me. Seriously, because that kind of behaviour really makes me feel sick. So I hope if he's even had that thought, I actually apologise to the guy, because it's not meant like that. Because he's done his journey, he's got his knowledge and his understanding and wisdom and so on. And he has got his faults. I made them clear, my opinion of his faults. We've all got faults, I know what mine are. And other people have got other thoughts of probably what my faults are that I'm possibly unaware of or just haven't got around to dealing with yet. I accept that. But, you know what I'm saying. It's not a disclaimer or anything. I'm just being honest. I am actually a very honest man. And I have respect where respect's due and where it's been earned. But some people, like these dirty little rotten punks who just come around expecting respect and demanding respect when they've done fuck all for anyone, not even themselves, that's when I really take exception. So I'm not pooing on Trav. I'd like to make that clear to everybody. I'm seriously not doing that. Because I think he's one of the people, he's on a hardcore Mgtow message, right? And he really is hardcore Mgtow. And if he really wanted to go hardcore Mgtow, I could really start opening my mouth about what Mgtow really is, because I actually do understand what Mgtow is. But a lot of people would be damaged, and there'd be hardly any people here. Like, for example, Misanthropic Altruist. I mean, let's get real, this is real talk now, because this is the Mgtow Values channel, with MH, with Savage, with Bob, and with Bullets, and we are telling it how it is. I said, did I not say Free Happy Bob? I think I did. Yes. Yes. Yes, but what I'm saying is, though, is that when somebody can stand on the shoulders of giants, yeah, don't you dare excrete upon them, because it's wrong. And that's my fear of going into business with all these people, is the fear is that I will make them become great and they'll do something to me in revenge for some petty little problem that they've got in their minds. Because I know a lot of people do harbour subconscious feelings that go back 30 years or so. I mean, what? So what? I recorded over one of your TDK cassette tapes when I'm 7. Look, I'm really bloody sorry. Do you know what I mean? Can you please get over that? Exactly. And I don't want to go into business with a moron like that. He might be my brother, but if he's good... And I brought that up to him, though, this guy. And this is Mgtow. This is Mgtow. That's why I'm saying all this. You see? It's because this is a personal experience. I actually called my brother out. My own brother. Saying, listen, mate, I know where this is coming from. You're so sad. I'm sorry I recorded over your TDK cassette tape when I was 7. Grow up, will you? Because I know you're harbouring a grudge that you can't cope with. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but could you like the way I kind of... sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Values. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, but I have to get this out now. What I try and do is, I try and confront people with their retarded behaviour whilst trying to bring a comedy element in it as well. It's quite hard to do, you know. Like the TDK cassette tape when I'm not hell. I don't care. Why? Why? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm not a comedian. Who said I'm a comedian? I never hear anyone laughing when I'm talking. I depress people. Oh dear, yeah. I'm gonna buy shares in like razor blade. I'm gonna buy shares in razor blades and paracetamol companies. Well, that killed that conversation. Yeah. I'm gonna buy shares in like razor blades and paracetamol. Yeah. Nobody laughs when I talk. No, I'm not a comedian. I'm gonna buy shares in razor blades and paracetamol. Oh yeah. terribly sorry about this technical problem. It seems as though Google does not want us to stream. Wow. It seems like we've had a few trolls here starting trouble. I mean, we're just having a laugh and a joke, messing around. I don't know, is it dark humour? Can't people handle a bit of dark humour? No?
Singing to the sea.
Well, I'm still streaming anyway. I'll see if I can start a Google Hangout and let everyone back in, I think.